Hello everyone, it's Stuart from Silver Arrow Gaming, and this is the third episode of Car Wars, a series on Forza Motorsport 6 where we compare two cars on track. Today, it's the 2015 Chevrolet Corvette Z06 versus the 2013 SRT Viper GTS. Of course, we're starting with the newer model 2015 Chevrolet Corvette Z06, and this is it on the Bernese Alps track. In today's episode we're doing 3 laps of the short circuit, in which we compare the two cars. Coming up to the first corner, the Corvette Z06 feels very strong. It turns in well and it sounds unbelievable, it really does. Such a strong V8 engine. True American horsepower under the bonnet. Coming down into the second corner, 120 miles per hour. Really pushing it into the corner, keeping the foot down, keeping the power on. Had to lift. Nearly went into the bloody wall. It's just a bit, it's not what I'm used to, of course. It's the first time ever driving this car in the game, and it feels really good. I was a bit surprised by how well it drove on the track. It's very grippy. Of course, you would always assume American cars would be very tail happy and all over the road, but this car feels like a sports car, very European. Coming down here, I had to brake, understeered a bit. It was a bit sloppy in the driving, the technique in the corners and everything. Had to edit that bit out. There was a lot of crashing. You wouldn't watch this video to see the car in the wall. Of course, it was just a bit of driver error. Hopefully you don't mind a bit of editing out of the circuit racing. I'm posting a very solid 138.872 in the first lap. Remember, this is on the controller, so it's quite difficult. Compared to a wheel and pedals, it's hard to get a good lap time posted. Had to edit again. Spent most of the day in the tyre wall. I was just a bit uncertain about the car. I was still getting the feel for it. Of course, you don't really want to watch a video and watch someone crash all day, and unfortunately that's how the video starts. Even I believe with the GTS Viper, I spent a lot of the time crashing, rewinding, and you don't want to watch that. You want to watch the car go forward, not backwards. Coming down here, just got a bit unstable. Still feels really good. The gears are long, but still they hold a lot of power and you can get a lot of speed out of each gear. And coming up here, I believe you actually get airborne. Yep. Unbelievable car. It just feels so good and you can turn so precise. Of course, a Ferrari 488 GTB. Much more precise. It's a lot easier to turn in, but it's a lot lighter as well. If I had the choice, probably still the Corvette. It just fucking sounds unbelievable. It just goes like hell. Such a strong power plant provided by the car. Of course, we get a bit wide here. Could have been closer to the apex, but still held a good amount of speed through the corner. Through here, I remembered my error from the last time. Didn't really like the experience of hitting the wall, so it just eased off a bit, lifted, used a bit of the brakes, got the car down to a more controllable speed. Coming down here, the car really picks up speed. Really picks up speed, and you have to be careful coming into this corner. You need to make sure you're not braking too early, or else your lap time will be complete bollocks. You have to brake late, but confidently and powerfully on the brakes to make sure your car's getting to a good controlled speed for the corner. Of course they are just fuck it cones, we're going through these. Couldn't be arsed having to go around them, just went straight through the fucking cones. Coming up here again, yeah, bit iffy really. It wasn't the best cornering. Again, just the car feels so good through these corners here. You're just, ducking and diving in the corners, hitting it on the apexes. And the sound alone wins it for this car. Such a solid engine and a great load. And across the line at a 1:35.106. That's a very solid time for an American car. Of course, now we're going to get on to the SRT Viper. And the wheel spin. Couldn't have given me the million, could they? And we're back with the SRT Viper, a bit of a wait. I don't know what the fuck that was just shit editing. Of course, now we're coming on to the 3 laps with the SRT Viper. We'll see how it stands on the track and how it compares to the 2015 Corvette. This engine alone, it sounds unbelievable. A strong 8.4 litre V10 engine. It's just got a unique sound to it. And of course this has got the manual 6-speed transmission, so it's a lot more involving for the driver. Interior, I don't know, the Corvette looks so much better in terms of interior quality and the layout as well. Bit of understeer, got close to the wall, a bit off the track. Again, just driver error, and we'll soon be getting onto a lot more precise and technical driving later in the video. Of course, again, this car is hauling ass down this hill here, and you're late on the brakes. The brakes are strong, it gets the car stopped, you get it turned in. Unfortunately, on this corner, again, bit of understeer, my fault entirely. Coming down in here and we're getting through, getting stopped. In this corner here you can carry a lot of speed through here with the Dodge Viper. Or SRT Viper, it's not a Dodge anymore, it's an SRT Viper. Had to edit it, again, spent a lot of time crashing. You don't want to see, 40 odd rewinds of me bouncing off the fucking walls now, do you? You want to see the race and you want to see the action. Coming down in here again, I go wide. I'm still trying to get the feel for this car on this track. Come down here, we're crossing the line at about 140, 150 miles per hour. First lap 1:37 is very competitive when you're comparing it to the Dodge or the Chevrolet Corvette. Little love tap on the wall. It's just nothing. Just pretend that didn't even happen. Doesn't really affect the balance of the car at all, just making sure the wall knows we're there. Coming down here and we actually get a perfect turn on that last bit. Here I had to lift a lot more just to make sure I didn't clip that wall too. But again, coming down here we're really starting to pick up the speed, we're really starting to get the momentum coming down the hill, jumping on the brakes at the last minute and getting the car turned in. It feels great, it feels really controlled through these corners. There I just had to lift and brake slightly in the corner because I was feeling the car starting to pull out wide. Getting in here, the car just gets a little bit unbalanced and we find just a bit of correction and the car's back in line. Through here and nearly, if I hadn't slowed down enough, or if I hadn't slowed down too much, I would have been straight into that wall. Through these corners, car was feeling great, really controlled, clipping all the apexes, keeping the speed up. Through this corner, it holds a very solid, about 90-ish miles per hour through this corner. Of course, at the last minute, just need to brake and correct my line a bit. Maybe went in a bit too much speed, or maybe braked at the wrong time. And now down to a 1:35.131. Very close to the Chevrolet Corvette's time. Of course, I'm really starting to get the feel for the car. I'm able to throw it about a lot more effectively. Through there it felt very smooth. Here just needed to correct it a bit. Put a bit too much power down, steered in too quickly and just threw the back end out. Of course, we're coming down here again at about 172 miles per hour. Had to edit out again. It's crashing into the walls. I know for a fact you don't want to see that there. So coming down here, we get a bit of air. It's always good to see. Bouncing a little bit. Again, in through these corners, about 130, 140 miles per hour. Braked in for the last corner. It's a very nice sweeping corner. Unfortunately, I messed it up. I had to brake suddenly to make sure the car wasn't going to understeer wide. And coming down in here, we're going to post a 135 or 0.131. It's a very close timing to the Chevrolet Corvette. They're very close in terms of performance. Very well balanced, enjoyable cars to drive. The Corvette posted a 135 point. Let me see here. Posted a 135.106. That's how close it is. 25 tenths of a second, or hundredths of a second, really. That's all it is between these two cars, between these two great American cars. Of course, this sees the end of the video. If you have enjoyed, please do leave a comment down in the comment section below. Tell me what you enjoyed. And for the next episode, please do leave